Welcome back to the channel. Dan Vasc saying Gary Moore out in the fields. And I've been mentioning a few things. We started with Tommy. Well, we started with a lot of other stuff. But Tommy Johansson covering Gary Moore, which he does wonderfully. And I thought we'd come over here and check out Dan covering Gary Moore. And then over at other locations where you could, hang out in the back alley even for free and check it out will be, well, wait, no, I misspoken. You might have to come inside to check that one out. Will be Gary Moore out in the fields because I don't think it'll come up here. So if all that doesn't make sense, I'm sorry. But over here, reactions, rants, and rabbit holes. Rollen Green is bitter cup of tea to swallow. This is why it seems confusing and rant-filled, because I referenced Dan in a Man-O-War video. I was looking at their album cover, and the Warrior really had this really aggressive belt buckle on. Yeah, no, belt buckle on a drawing on a Man-O-War album. Haven't even got into the song yet. I know. But it was awesome. Dan inspired me there. And that's all I got to say, because you'd have to watch the damn reaction.
It doesn't matter if you're wrong or if you're right. Makes no difference if you're black or if you're white. All men are equal to the victory's won. No color or religion ever stops the bullet from a gun. In the fields, the fighting has begun. On the streets, the fallen one by one. On the skies, 1,000 more will die each day. Death is just a heartbeat away.
Ooh, I didn't know we'd get to content right away, but 1:06 and there we are. Yeah, no, the original song, right? The lyrical content. And then, was it, I know I've heard, so definitely know this tune. Maybe, did it get blocked? I can't. Yeah, I think it's powerful, especially when you contemplate originally wrote, re-recorded, still unfortunately appropriate for the timeline. I'm just saying that's a sad indictment of our inability to come together and say, hey, stop profiting off the destruction of everything. That's stupid. But, not be a complete, carbon tax authoritarian.
Death is just a heartbeat away. It doesn't matter if you're left or to the right. Don't try to hide behind the walls when you fight.
And then what's funny about that meme joke and idea, though, is that if they actually represented the different ideas of the whole, well, then we'd be getting somewhere. So is the whole idea between dividing the bird in half just to always, stuff it full of shit and serve it for dinner? Ooh, that took a twist. I don't know. I gotta think that's maybe deeper than this. No, probably appropriate for this lyrical content. That's the thing. I started out my day pretty good. This is an incoherent mess, is it? If it's an indictment about placing personalities and skill sets on pedestals, boy, does the lyrical content of the song just shoo right over our heads. Not me, of course. I'm weird. I think the whole idea that from the moment it was written to whatever conflict one may pick is oddly still appropriate, right? So I mean, you've had at least a couple generations taking a crack at the wheel, and still running it headlong into a wall. Ha! It's very interesting. I mean, it makes me think a lot.
Doesn't matter if you're left or to the right. Don't try to hide behind the walls of what you fight. There'll be no prisoners taken when the day is up. No flag or uniform, and the subject bullet from a gun. In the fields, the fighting has begun. On the streets, the fallen one by one. From the skies, 1,000 more with dying state. Death is just a heartbeat away.
Holy smokes, am I enjoying the cover? And then I realized whether it was this Tommy or the original, the song itself carries so much potential for thought-provoking ideas. And then that I feel like I've been down this road before, that the generic, albeit depressing, idea is universal, right? It applies to wherever the bad ideas have caught hold. But now at this point, you should go, down to the original and say, Dad, so everything I thought it would be and more. Send a post. Edit, if must, repost. But you know what I'm saying? It's a good moment to mention that.
There's no communication, no one to take the blame. The cries of every nation.
There we go. Blame. That's an interesting subtopic. I think there should go over to the, I'll go rant about blame somewhere else.
The cries of every nation have fallen off their fears again.
So good. wanted to get out of it, but I want to get. Oh, I already forgot. See, this is why I rant when I do, because sometimes I can't remember. Oh, blame. Woo. I was getting to this. Is fantastic. It's so easy to get lost in the part that's easy to get lost in. I get that. I mean, I talk about advertising, programming, and those who spend their lives making it their effort to make us do things against our own best judgment. Advertising. So I got a lot of. It's easy to get distracted, even if it was good, right? The same things that could be for good, right? Incredible music, vocal performance, lyrical content coming together in a thought-provoking package for myself. All my opinions are for entertainment anyway, so what does it matter what I think? I just, this is my take. All that being said, as I was getting drawn away, and we got to this, we dropped one by one, and then blame, and I was like, so what it really, that rant will probably have to be, how do the hearts and minds, the decision you wouldn't make yesterday, because you'd be ashamed, I want to cross the fence and just do my neighbor in. Somehow today was magically okay. That's the mechanism I'm curious about. And then does blame, blame, will, transference of authority, just, the Milgram experiment on steroids, ideas. And to me, it's all in the first song, right? It's in the lyrical content. Fantastic! I'll expand on that topic somewhere else. No, that's so good. So very good. Very, very good. Dan Vasc covered Gary Moore's Out in the Fields. Or is that now I was looking? Is this now, when did, because I got Phil and Gary doing this one. That's, we're gonna, hey, hope you enjoyed this one. Hope you look for the rest of them. It's actually all about Gary Moore, but once again, Dan Vasc taking part, unbeknownst to him, in my fun times and social experiments. At least we're not out in the fields. That's dark. I'm just saying, there's maybe no one should be, right? I mean, that tough conversation. Not who's to blame, who's right, and who should win. Why are we bothering? We didn't move past that yet? Interesting ideas.